A goodly evening, this is Just a Human, and welcome back to our Rebels campaign here on Rome Total War. And you join me with Ahmose the Great in the marvellous city of Byzantium. Well, I should say a large town, soon to be a city, because Ahmose is here overseeing some grand building works. The governor's palace is being built. He's going to shove some people down the mines, but don't worry about them. They're some of the perfidious scum that we need to go deal with. But yes, he's going to build sewer networks. He's going to build blacksmiths for the great artisans of our nation. Better farms, better practice ranges, so we can, shoot at enemies who come to us. But we probably will not need to defend this anymore. And you know what? Ahmose, while he would like to oversee a little bit more, he's launched his projects, but his friends are now turning up, and they're offering him a grand adventure, to get some vengeance on the Pontics. Now, the Pontics have been floating around, been a little bit irritating for a while now, but yes, last time they, of course, killed Neos, the great Neos Philopatra over here. Yes, unfortunately he fell, and we will have to gain some vengeance, and that's going to be probably the key focus for us moving forward. Yes, we obviously did take out Thrace last time with this old pile of nonsense. That was excellent, and I think we're going to be bulldozing our way through several factions at this point. The likes of Numidia will soon be down to one city, assuming we can win at Age of Gorlis over here on the end turn. We are facing up a showdown with them, so that should be absolutely marvellous. We've got armies landing over here in Spain. This great Bashilxica will hopefully throw a lot of javelins and murder them all. We're going to see if we can take this down first of all with the public order trap first and foremost, and we'll see about that. And we do have some reinforcements coming over from North Africa to try and help over in this part of the world. So that'll be absolutely grand. Over in this part, well, yes, last time we did have Adelheid of Renus heading in to go and deal with the Dacians. Now, decent force in there, isn't it? A decent force. Now, do we want to take those guys on in the city? Probably not, but I would say we can just bypass them and cause them a few more issues that way. That'll be quite good fun. We're going to get some units back into these cities just to make sure all is good. And okay, we won't worry about growing them. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to start sending some spies way up over here. I want some Amazonian chariots, damn it. So we're going to hopefully, if nothing else, even if they won't randomly spawn here, we're going to make it flip over to us rather than conquer it. That is probably for the best. On the end term, there's a fair few random cities like Korenos that we probably need to deal with. So, you know what? We might as well end our term and see what chaos ensues. And indeed, it does begin with the Seleucids, who Zeusius the Mad, who is sitting in here with some elephants, to be fair, so that could be interesting. Extravagant, dangerously mad. Oh, I want to hear his speech. Understand of logistics, strategy, optimistic, killer security, inefficient taxman, and faction leader. Do they have other leaders left? Yes, there is this one over here that we were supposed to take care of him. Okay, I forgot to do that before we started. Oh, well, it's all A-okay. So Zeusius the Mad, we're going to take you down. Well, out they come, and I'm just going to make sure that we get ourselves into a good position here. Those militia cav are just going to get shredded early on. Hopefully the Arab cav can do the job, but we should be getting some missile fire in support very, very soon. You guys, yes, you three archers, do please get your missiles in there. Don't chase into the elephants, you utter fools. Yes, I'm just going to tell them to run across the line, and hopefully we'll be sending these elephants crazy soon enough. So yes, flame missiles doing the job. You Arab cav can just get yourselves back up behind the lines. I think you've done some nice work there. Just bought us a moment to get repositioned and shoot at these elephants with fire. So yes, you guys go into fire as well. Also get shooting at them. So these guys hopefully will be going crazy before too long. They're already broken, but they're not running amok. So that's slightly disappointing, but we'll see. I don't know if they can run amok if they're already broken, actually. Not sure about that. Nonetheless, oh, they're charging on in. They're charging militia cav into our chariots, which seems stupid. Quite stupid. That's kind of why we're over there, though. So let's get the camels in as well. That will be A-okay. Some flaming missiles are also just making sure that they get shredded. Well, the frame rate isn't very happy, is it? It's quite interesting. All right, well, there we are. Militia cav getting completely ripped to shreds, as you might well expect. That's absolutely fine. Get these archers back into their proper position. Thank you very much. And it is basically the general coming out now. Oh, very nice. Let's get the chariots through him. Ooh, yes, shining gold and blue against the silver of him. Very nice indeed. So there we are. We'll just try and shred them. They've got camels as well. That should be a pretty good job of getting through the general. Indeed, yes, you try and just go through him. And immediately they break. So that's absolutely perfect. Down he goes. Cameled in the head. Which is a sentence I never thought I'd say, but there we are. I have said it and I stick by it, damn it. So yes, these guys aren't getting very far. The elephants have indeed run amok, but I suspect they rejoined the battle first. Bit of a shame, bit of a waste in some ways, but it is what it is. So we'll just see how that all ends up. We'll get our archers back over here. I don't think they have an awful lot left to fight us with. We are though standing under a tower. Best not to be doing that, lads. And I think it's the last few units to be shot down now. Those guys got shot as they walked out of the city. These guys are probably going to get a very similar bit of treatment here. Lovely stuff. Yeah, indeed. They're just running to their death. And that is a visual victory. Official victory. And we're going to stand here under the tower and die a little bit more. Spartacus! Yes, of course. One of Ahmose's other proteges, finally getting the chance to prove himself over here in the old, sort of Parthian, sort of Seleucid lands. Do us proud, sir, do us proud. And of course we will just choose to enslave. I don't know, are there any other attacks going on? Ah, okay, Pontus not attacking us on the bridge, but going to go directly for Vengeance, which is amusingly named considering the circumstance. They are indeed actually going to attack us on the bridge, just not with the good armies. Okay, what are you? Scythe chariots. They do phalanx pikemen, worth bearing in mind when I send my cavalry armies out of them very soon. And some more scythe chariots. Okay, this should be a fun slaughter. I like the style of the Pontics here. They are actually going to cross the river. And they're going to cross the river in hilarious death. So there we go. Immediately they're going to die. Scythe chariots running into our spears. What more could you ask for? Someone's running amok. That's the scythe chariot. That makes some sense, I suppose. Just tell my archers to maybe aim for the back units. Probably for the best. I'm not even going to bother going onto flaming missiles right now. Peltast, I'm just going to ask you to hold back. We don't even need to worry about that right now. And they're pretty much already all gone. Okay, I love it. Excellent start. So yes, get all the missiles into these lads. And don't run over there, Mr. Archers. No, you stand back there and we'll shoot them down. Looks like round 2 can... I don't think they've entered the field properly yet, which might actually be a problem, but hey-ho, we'll just shoot down what's here. And yeah, they're all routing now. We'll wait for the second army, assuming it bothers to continue entering the field, because it is half on the field, but not entirely. My horses do seem quite desperate to die. Is that us? That might be us. I don't see any horses. Oh no, there are the horses. Yes, they very much are currently somewhat drowned. Well done, horse archers. You managed to turn what was an absolutely easy victory into some nonsense. But anyway, it does look like they're actually going to bother arriving. So I'm going to get the one missiles back onto fire and we'll watch them approach. And hopefully they'll be just as stupid as the last army. In come the second round of chariots then, just to immediately die as well. We're going to send in some fire arrows, of course. Someone's running amok all the way back there. I think it's actually the same unit once again. And that means all the javelins in the world killing the general. And yeah, that's a lot of fire arrows. I think the scythe chariot may have already died. But it's not going to go very well for them. I'm just going to sort of aim at the back. And we'll just try and hit as many of them as possible. That's more guys running amok, who's presumably going to be scything everyone into the river. Oh, watch them fly. Watch them fly. And watch them die. Beautiful, beautiful rhyme in there, Thomas. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. But they are all running amok and it is absolutely glorious just to watch them shove people off the river. Off the river? I don't know how to speak. Anyway, it's quite good fun. Who's not routing? You're not routing. It's kind of better if we leave someone not routing, to be honest. But wow, they are just all piling in to die. They are just dedicated to their own death. Absolutely lovely. Well done, everybody. I'm actually going to tell the archers to maybe stop at this point. Same with you. Maybe just stop. And let's just get everyone to just plough on in. Let's get the general a little bit of fun here. Get on in. Start a bit of poking, sir. Yeah. Good old Aaron. He can help out here. Chop them down. And, oh, there he is at the back. Come on, sir. We'll get the phalanx out of there, and you can just pile in and have a good time. It does seem that some of our own men are dying here. I guess they are still fighting to the death. No, they're just fleeing. Don't really know how people are dying, but apparently people are. Didn't realise at the time actually, but there is one unit here running off that managed to escape. I think this guy might have actually fled as well. I think they were just a tiny unit to begin with, so these two never entered the battle, and they never will. These are the sensible lads who would choose to die another day. 83% killed as a result of that. Clearly won the battle. Excellent stuff. What more could you ask for? And with that then, we will continue with the end turn, which will, I assume, have more and more nonsense going on. By the way, oh yes, we got this one here. I'm just going to want to resolve this one. Should be fine, probably. There we go. Okay, I didn't really fancy us necessarily taking on the cavalry without that, but we'll just occupy. Take that one over. We've already dealt with them before. Decimus the Wrathful wants his mate Posthumus to join. Absolutely fine. Yes, Decimus the Wrathful. He's very wrathful. He just murders people over here in Castlevania. Got to love him. He probably does deserve a city name, to be fair, at this point. So maybe we'll grant him some of that. Because, yes, I think it's going to be his job to push on from here. And, okay, I actually did have some extra kind of barbarian troops that I just sent over here, but they're probably better off going to him. So we'll send them over in his direction. He can have some, yes, fresh lads join the army. And, this guy, this is his army. That's the Carthaginian guy. I think we'll have to just keep that as it is. We unfortunately don't have too many more men to give him. I'll tell you what, I'm going to send some of these hoplites over as well. Lots of boats around these days to go and help people out. So, yes, we'll go and do that. Alypius does need a few more men, actually. Now, some of them are just jumping on the boats, presumably heading over to Skillas. No, Skillas has already grown. Oracle? Oracle's a bit small, isn't it? Okay. You get yourself on that boat. You get yourself over to Alypius. We'll just get that just about over the line. Yeah, that just needs a tiny bit more, and it will be a-okay. All right, on that note, actually, can I get anyone there? I can't really. It's fine. It will happen soon enough. So city grows. Fahotem. Excellent. We'll get ourselves a new city built there. If Estonia's Klaitarsos can have itself a new governor villa. Very nice. That's one that I've been wanting for a little while. Because, yes, trade in that part of the world, very nice. Fahotem II has his councillor chamber. And I don't think that makes much difference. I'm just going to keep spending all the money on things like chariots and then unqueuing them as soon as I basically run out of money again, which is basically how it's been going for a while now. I have about 15,000 monies just banked in various chariots at this stage, which is just marvellous. Right, this guy can head over here. He needs to go and mop up. Annoying, we can't actually quite get those guys to him. But we'll send them over to the bridge in the meantime, because actually we do have... Well, these guys can't make it there either. How very, very silly. Okay, well, we've got plenty of horse archers gathering here for the city armies that are to come. We've got some random rebels who don't like the whole situation that happened over there last time. And yes, Karenos, which... Spartacus Karenos. Yes. Spartacus Karenos. Okay, there we are. We're going to rename that. I think that's only fair enough. So we'll get ourselves... What do we want? Let's have a trade caravan. Why not? And we'll get ourselves retrained whilst we're here. And, oh yeah, horse archers. Very nice. He is a Persian lad at heart. So we'll take that. And yes, some reinforcements. Oh yes, very nice indeed. You just go and guard the bridge, I guess. This, though, sir, Bagabusha. I wonder if we can get a Bagabusha to come and lead that battle. I'd very much like that to be the case. This guy can indeed hire up some more guys. And other than that, really, we've just got a couple showdowns at this point, haven't we? Yeah, we got this lad here, so we're just going to lop off his head. Oh, we lopped our own. It does happen from time to time. Accidental slip with the shaver there. Didn't work out well. So, what is this guy's downright misery or miserly? Miserly! There we are, I can read. Excellent stuff. And yeah, we'll just continue to head towards Dimidi because I kind of like the idea of flipping the last town like we did with Carthage. That was good fun. So yes, Reshkapuris, you can head over in this direction too. But it looks like a bit of a showdown could be good fun with them, albeit they are basically entirely javelinmen, which is a little bit embarrassing on their part. Oh, this is nice. Ahmose the Great seems to be selecting a potential heir here. Tertius Piavonius is being given command for the assault on Nicomedia. Very nice. Now, of course, we do normally need someone to push the rams. So, yes, he brought Steve along to do that. But on this occasion, the gates are wide open anyway. So he won't be needed to die here today. So good work, Steve. Yeah, Ahmose the Great giving over generalship to some of his other lads. We'll see who survives the battle. So let's head on into the first of these towns. Oh, it's a big pile of Eastern infantry. That's quite funny. Okay, well, let's head on in. Let's chop them down. Well, I think it's time to head on in, and we will send Ahmose in as well. And yeah, the general can just lead from the back. The peasants will, yeah, we'll send Steve in. Steve can run on in. We should probably give him some new, some armour and things at some point. We're just going to have a friendly run over of our friend here. Yeah, Ahmose likes to have a little play with Steve. He knows how it goes. And we're just going to pile in at the front door here, and people are going to die. It's going to be excellent. So, yeah, I'm going to say you guys can pile on into there. Apart from you, yeah, if you've worked it out through this gate, you don't need to run all the way out, but you can if you want. Looks like we've actually routed them anyway, which I was kind of thinking might take a little bit longer, actually. So fair enough, lads, fair enough. Now, are they trying to block all the gateways? I think they might be, actually. Oh, how sad for you. Everyone, just run into this guy. That'd be absolutely marvellous. You're actually the general. No, you're an equite, Thomas. That is not a general, by definition. This is by far the weakest unit. I'm sorry that you're even here, to be honest. So, you, my good sir, a few of you have turned up. Where's the rest of your unit? It doesn't feel like that's 48, sir. I can count quite badly, but that is not 48. So we will see about that. Let's grab a couple of you to go and intercept this chappie. Yeah, you get yourselves over there. Go and deal with him. Where is Ahmose? Does he get himself stuck? Who's dead? Posthumus? There's tons of Posthumus. Oh dear, sir. Right, well, bit of a shame. Bit of a shame. But, you know, it is what it is. Keep pushing him off the plaza. If we can keep the next guy off, then he won't need to be worried about it at all. Steve is not managing to catch up with all of this, is he? Not at all, no. Okay, is there actually anyone else? I feel like there were 4 of them, not 3 of them. Ah, there we go. There's the other chap. Yeah. Okay, let's send the dead lad, who looks... we can see his old face there. That's lovely. Okay, the last one is actually the one that's fully up. That's got like 3 experience or something, isn't it? You get yourself lined up here for a nice charge, sir. That'll be excellent. We'll let you do most of the work. That'll be fine. We'll get some of us to back you up. Don't you worry. Yeah. We're just getting people around the flank for you. There we go. And I'm going to say, probably time for you, sir, to just do your work, because no need for anyone else to die if you, sir, have already failed to defend your king. Your king, anyway. So, we'll chop them down. That'll be a-okay. And whilst that happens, the rest of them are just coming round the rear. In fact, at this point, everyone just charge on in. We'll leave someone there. You, sir, just hang out on the plaza. That'll be a-okay. Ahmose, are you going to die anytime soon? No, I think he's charioting. He's definitely doing some charioting. Don't know exactly where he is, but he's having a nice time not being the main character for once. But there we go. Okay, this guy's down to 8. That's excellent. Down goes their general, though. And that officially is victory and glory. Okay, this guy, you've done your job. The 6 of you who got to live, you get to keep on living. You can live in the city, I guess. It's not particularly great, but maybe one day it'll be spectacular. So for now, actually, yes, you can look upon the great palace of Tomzent. I mean, the People's Palace of Tomzentium. It'll all be lovely. There we are. Here's this guy over here, whoever he is, I don't know. Lovely. Victory and glory. Shout out to Perseus of Elis, who killed twice as much as any other unit in that particular battle. We're actually all Roman on this occasion, which is very nice. Rank death for some guy Posthumus, not really sure who he was, and we'll never know. So there we go, body slave, because I went for slavery as ever. and we can continue moving on. I might just leave these equites behind. That's fine. Everyone else, actually, I think we're out of movement points, so we're going to hang around here for a day or two just to make sure we got a nice clear view of the capital. Very nice indeed. And on that note, by the way, we should name it the capital. Not sure what currently is the capital. Have I made it something like Athens? I don't actually know. Rebel Central is not the capital. I'm pretty sure of that. So I'm sure we can look this up actually. Where is my capital? Do you want to tell me anywhere? I'm not sure it normally says it here. Either way, it's fine. We'll make it Tom Zantium now. So Tom Zantium will officially be the capital because for some reason I haven't done that till now. And that might actually do some very nice work in terms of the actual money because it is very central. It's maybe not the most central of our empire. Maybe that would be Rebel Central. But it's going to be close enough. So I always think it's a pretty darn good choice. Wow, we have a lot of spies here. I did bring quite a few with us to be fair. Let's just make sure we have a couple very good ones just to make sure that our guys are safe, but the rest can just go off. Okay, so good old Nautius. Yeah, these two can stay, and this guy as well. So let's just grab all of these. Lovely. There we go. All of you guys start running off. Excellent work. They're all going to sod off into the distance. Next up then, a very, very silly battle, I imagine, where we smash the Seleucids. Oh, they don't want to do it. Well, they shouldn't, because they are going to get absolutely melted. This guy is the faction heir, having just killed the actual faction leader. This is basically the worst guy that they have. He looks pretty darn terrible. You can see by his face. Right, let's head in, let's melt him. Into battle we go then, and it does look awfully like they want to come and die. So I'm going to send some chariots forward just to do some shredding. That's really their job, and hopefully they will immediately rout the entire force. Now when you have a big pile of them, like half your units are chariots, you can just shred the entire army instantaneously. On this occasion, we're just causing chaos. It's absolutely fine. Looks like the general's already gone down, which is perfect. And yeah, they're now running away, but it's absolutely fine. We're just going to bring our horse archers forward. That will be excellent. Bring the general and our camels forward as well. We actually do still have some of them fighting. Apparently they've basically won anyway, even though I didn't realise that they were still fighting. It looks like we've won. Horse archers just get going. This is going to be great. I'm going to love half horse archer, half chariot. It's going to be complete cocky and chaos, but my days is going to be beautiful. Unfortunately, the game did break after this battle, so we're going to have to give it another go, sadly. All of you just get into the general. I'm sure it'll be a-okay. And it's pretty much going to be the same battle, I would imagine. I'm going to get the general forward nice and quickly. If anything, this time we have another chariots break as much, which is interessante. And we will actually send the general into the general. Down he goes. Well done, my good sir. Yeah, so it won't break this time. It's not like every third battle it will break, and I wasn't expecting it to on that occasion. It's actually not broken in quite a while in the way that I've had to redo a battle. So there we go. Just facing the battle one more time, and all missiles off as we chase everyone down. Indeed, there's victory. Lovely stuff. Let's just see what we can do. Pretty much the same result. Beautiful. Well, at the very least, then we got the same result out of that, which is magnificent. We'll just merge them up. Now, there is actually a bit of a proper army here. What I might do is send him off with more of a normal army, but with a secondary force, which is just this silly, silly doom coat of chariot and horse archer, because they are gathering up at this point. We have got quite a lot of them. They've been quite a few of them, obviously, with him, but yeah, they're starting to build, and we've got more over here in Fahotem as well. Ahmose is over its plague. That's good to see. Okay, very nice. So we'll get those guys retrained, and this guy, yeah, just keep on sending more and more of them in that direction. Also, important point over here in Skilash is hoplites. Lovely, lovely hoplites. Okay. Very good indeed. That is something I'm very, very excited about. So you, my good sir, just go stand up here, just up here, to make sure we can see. That'll be very good indeed. This guy Moses is just standing here for a similar reason. That's a slightly better position. Okay, and we also have, yes, this random lad who we need to take care of. And that should be simple enough. You know, I'm just going to auto-resolve that. That's fine. He can head into there. We'll send as many spies as we can into there. 56% chance. Let's have a go at one more. No, he's dead. Shame. Okay, well, they don't need to die. We're going to put that under siege and see what they want to do about us. And of course, the other showdown is the Numidians over here, Hiram. Faction Heir, the downright miserly lad Malad. He's not Malad, he's going to be dead. But they've got some of their archers, very nice indeed. But mostly just a big pile of javelins. So I think we'll be fine. But we might need to actually run in and engage with them. So let's head on in, let's take them down. They are indeed moving towards us. Numidian cavalry coming forward. They could be slightly annoying to be fair, but we've got our Balearic slingers. We'll hopefully do some good work to them. We've got our javelins in front of the main line. That should be of interest. And actually they're just charging forward, which is not really what I was expecting, to be honest. Okay, you get yourselves into that position. And looks like the general's just going to charge on in. Okay. No, he's not. In that case, then we're going to charge into you, sir. Right, javelins against javelins. That's kind of why we're here, just to intercept them. And I would say you guys, yeah, just pile on into the general as well. That'd be magnificent. I think I missed a unit out here. You go and engage with those desert infantry. It looks like we're going to win those skirmishes. That's very good news indeed. The miserly lad is quite a hefty unit, it should be said. But we do have some Samnites in there who should, if nothing else, be able to do something. I would say, yep, there we go. We probably wanted these guys into that battle, but I think at this point, we might as well just get our infantry forward. And yeah, I think we'll be fine just piling on into them as much as possible. There's the other general's bodyguards. We're going to get the cavalry piling into him, and we're going to get the general just to fly forward. And I think this will be a-okay. You guys head into the javelin men where at all possible. Has my cavalry been cleared off here? It might have been, yes. I'm going to say instead then you guys run over there. This is already a bit of a mess, isn't it? Absolutely magnificent. Yeah, you throw into the desert infantry. You can join in with all of them. Is that the general? Yeah, that was the general, wasn't it? He's about to get away, the other lad. What a darn tit. We'll try and track him down as much as possible. Keep running at him, keep running at him. I want him dead. And hilariously, as they flee the battlefield, they're finding that, yes, our units are standing here at the top of the hill, waiting to mop them up. Very nice indeed. Okay, looks like the general is sadly going to have made it away. But I think that's all basically that will make it, because the rest of them are going to be crushed. Crushed under the heel. There's a couple more over here, probably just plough into them, because they are only some random javelin men, so it'll be no issue whatsoever. No drama, one general gets away, but the rest of them have been, yes, left to die on this here hill. And with the general charging on in, that is officially victory right there. Pursue them, drive them from the battlefield, or just drive them into the soil. We do need to add a few nutrients back in here. It doesn't look the most ideal for our lovely, lovely farms. So yes, we'll chop them down. All will be absolutely a-okay, and apparently one or two of them have got past the Rock of Doom. That's fine. Go and run them down. Glorious victory is indeed ours, and just a couple left. Just a couple left. Those numbers are quite lovely. You could say that they've been decimated. Well, by that actually, there's only 250 left. But we kind of got decimation the wrong way round. Anyway, it's fine. 1 in 10 are left. With that then, he flees in this direction. That is not really what I was expecting. No. Okay. Well, in that note then, we'll do a little bit of merging. And we'll send you along with, yeah, just some of the other round shields to go and mop him up. We'll send the long shields over here to come and continue moving on. A bit of extra commands there for him. Very nice indeed. And yes, we want to get these guys to head over the barrier, the borders. That way we can, yes, release them and get the town growing. Over in the unpronounceable town, then we're just going to auto-resolve. Wow! That's why you don't auto-resolve, Adelaide. Okay, well, job done anyway. I don't think you'll be taking over Paralysium anytime soon, but we'll enslave those people because they dared to exist. Now, we are at least going to be Thracian, which means we can actually get some more men, which we might be needing after that. So, okay. Excellent stuff all round. So we'll get ourselves, yes, one more infantry. Why not? That'll be fine. We've been going around assassinating diplomats because that's the kind of empire we are at this point. So we'll just go and do that. But we will just continue to send spies off in all directions. At this point, though, we are sending, yes, Ribadi up north to go deal with more of that nonsense. We've got Captain Decimus over here heading towards Scalabus and their forces. We've got Balishalexica heading towards Numantia. Just kind of ignored Carthagonova. We'll probably deal with that one in time. Decimus over here heading towards Dimidi as well. Now, as for Antioch, we're just going to take a turn just to do a bit of retraining. We can get things all prepped up for the attack on Tarsus, which, of course, will be coming up very, very soon. And the same over here is Spartacus Kareninus, who's going to prepare his army for the next phase of attack. As for our good friend, yes, Tertius Piavonius, and with Ahmose, they are besieging Ancyra right now. That has a couple guys in, but they haven't opened the doors on this occasion, so we'll smash them down next turn. And on the end turn, we first of all had a little victory for our guys standing over there at the port. Having a nice time in San Sebastian or something of the like. But, okay, Bashilek is going to be taken on by a Velocicactus once again. I don't think it went too well for that guy last time. Lots of nice javelins on these guys, but we have plenty of javelins of our own. Let's head on in. Welcome to the new look Carthaginian army. Lots and lots of white and gold resplendent Hastati. We've got ourselves some militia hoplites over here. They've got magnificent goggles on. Isn't that just spectacular? Got some Scutiari, Spanish mercenaries over here. Oh yeah, this is as diverse as the Carthaginian lot should be. Iberian infantry. Back here we got some barbarian warlords, some Numidian mercenaries. There's probably a battle about to take place, but I'm not paying too much attention to that. Some long shield cav, which we haven't really been using yet. I quite like taking over Spain as the rebels, because you actually do, from both Spain and from the Carthaginians, get yourself some proper units. That's always nice to see. So yes, we've also got some Balearic slingers at the front. I assume it's the Balearic kind. Indeed it is. The Rhodians haven't made it all the way over here, so we'll throw in a few more rocks at these lads, who seem to be positioning themselves ready to die. They're not quite outflanking us, in spite of the fact that, yeah, we have a fairly long line ourselves, but it's a bit longer over in this direction. So we'll see how all of this goes. I will, though, get my cavalry a bit more out to that flank. That'll be absolutely magnificent. And yeah, throw some of the Numidians over there as well. And I think it's probably time to see a big pile of javelins get thrown into these guys. Oh, the warband do not like it at all. Oh, it's very nice to get down in person at this point of the campaign. You can kind of afford to be more of a spectator in a few more battles. It's quite nice. Okay, you guys pile into them. That's the swordsman, by the way, so they're actually going to do a half-decent job. But they're not going to do too well if they've got cavalry ploughing through them. No, I don't like it when horses plough me either. So, with that comment on record for people to do what they want with, let's send the cavalry round the rear just to smash up whatever's left here. But I think we pretty much already won. Yeah, I think so. Very nice work, everyone. Very nice work, everyone. Let's just charge down what we can. General can get himself into battle. They're a bit near the edge of the battlefield over here, so we should really get across nice and quick to finish them off, actually, because I don't want them coming back too much. And yeah, this guy, nicely positioned, nice rebel general over here, can mop up most of them, if not quite all. He was actually still fighting. There's one unit back there, Skirmisher Warband, who are technically not entirely gone. You, sir, please actually do some mopping up. But yes, it didn't last too long. But it was nice to have a good tour of the army. An interesting set of units over here. We have another army a bit like it, because obviously when we took I can't remember what it's called now. When we took Morocco, anyway, we managed to get ourselves some Roman units out of it, so we do have more Roman units. They might well be attacked in about 4 minutes' time. We'll see about that. But for now, time to mop up as much as we can. And with that, 90% of them are gone. I think there was that one unit who managed to escape right at the start of their fleeing. But aside from that, looks like we've cleared them all off. This guy want to finish the battle. There we go, we finished the battle. Very nice. Rome just demand victory. This guy with his 9 experience is, well, he survived his first battle with us. So that's very nice. I suspect he's had an awful lot of work before us, but once again, the Velocicactus not doing too well. It's a new turn, and Numantia now must be put under siege. That is excellent. Similar over here with Scalabus, so 1 turn away from doing that. This is the Numidian sort of Andalusian army that's been put together. Very nice, a nice selection of units there. And as I say, we're just going to ignore Carthaginola for just a little bit. We'll round it back around to them. Dimidi also gets to be put under siege. I will though try and lop this guy's head off first, which we may or may not have done. We didn't do it. That's a shame. So we'll just send a couple more spies in just for the hell of it. 74% chance we can open the gates. Not sure we want to, and we didn't manage to anyway. And elsewhere, what were we doing? Oh yes, over here in I was supposed to take on this guy who is currently besieging us. She does have an onager, by the way. He could have just taken it on, but I forgot to deal with that. So there we are, a couple of barbarians over there to hire. You know what? Let's go and head on in. I'm going to say though, so Tertius, you can head back to Nicomedia for the time being. You've got to learn how to do that. We're going to let someone else run this, and it's not going to be Ahmose. Ahmose, are we going to let you do this one? You know what? We'll see who actually, we'll see who shows himself off as a great warrior in this battle. They got some reinforcements in, so he's going to clear them off. Let's go head on in. Although, yes, let's just clear this one out first. See, that was probably a bit of a risky auto result, but to be fair, the apart from the general, I'm pretty certain it was a load of battered out lads. Egyptian chariots. That's why we were supposed to wait here actually, because I had this Greek guy who was going to turn up. Oh well, it's fine. We'll hire some more guys when we have some money, so that will be a-okay. Right, Ahmose, let's continue the good rollicking, and we'll see who can, yeah, impress us here today. Perseus last time did a pretty good job, so maybe he'll get to rule. In they come to battle then, and we have ourselves a pile of units over here with the guy who did a good job last time, along with Ahmose, who's going to come on in to deal with these guys. They want a bit of fun, so into the Pontic cavalry we go. They've entered the battlefield, in we charge! And there's lots of javelins piling in, there's some chariots and some good old friends piling in, and they all run at the sight of Ahmose, who has scythed him down. Lovely, lovely stuff. We can press the attack if we want, but I don't think there's much need to be honest. Actually, we can do over here. Let's grab the next pile of these guys into the instant infantry, sirs. That'll be absolutely magnificent. So we'll see who impresses today in this old affair. And it seems like, yeah, we'll just chase this guy all the way to the plaza, to be honest, lads. That's the way this is going to have to go. Someone's charging on it. Oh, experienced lad. Oh, he's right at the front. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. Now, I'm not really sure who's who anymore. Sextus certainly has impressed us in some of the previous bouts and occasions, but these guys are already wavering. These are just magnificent outfits, aren't they? They're just so beautiful. Keep on charging in, lads. Keep on charging in. They've been captured now. And I think with that, yeah, brave lad. Brave lad. Okay, very nice. Now, let's get ourselves into the centre, lads. That'll be very good indeed. Now, I'm going to say, actually, javelins. You just throw your javelins in. That will be magnificent. If any of you can throw in javelin, do that. Thank you very much. The rest of us just going to plough into this part. Okay, you sir, you've impressed me. You bring yourself out to that flank and you can do a fun chunky charge in a moment. I think that guy's died, that's why we've stopped charging. Okay, that's fine. You guys all get into him. Everyone else is getting on into this unit at the front here. And it's, oh, someone's died at Aaron. Not the Aaron, though. It's a different one. That guy we still need to do a battle with in a minute. But we're well on our way to getting a bit of vengeance on these guys now. So, yeah, we'll see how all of this goes. Everyone pile in. Where's my chariot, by the way? Am I at the back? Yeah, I am Ahmose now, by the way, in case you wondered. Yeah, he just struggled to get into the cities very quickly. That is absolutely fair. Down someone goes. There's officially victory. Oh, that's quite funny. And someone, yeah, someone is dead, sadly, but they did manage to break through as he died. So there we are. Another kind of nameless bloke has fallen, but that just narrows down the options, doesn't it? So with that then, we've clearly won the battle. Well done, Ahmose. You made them all flee right in front of your face. Sadly, the game crashed, which is probably not too sad for the guy Aaron who just died, which is interesting because, yes, now we can maybe see where his life goes from here. Cassius Brutus was the guy at the front there. We'll remember your good work. A few more losses this time. A few Steves died. That's sad. You get enslaved for that. Okay, well, fine. Ahmose, we'll just do another little battle here. Clear them out. Thank you very much. A few more Steves died. But it's fine. Steves can reproduce themselves pretty darn well. Now, Ahmose is again a slave trader, which apparently he hasn't done until now. Interesting. We are peasants militia hoplites. Okay. Fine. Now, sir, you got yourself a reprieve, didn't you, Aaron? What do we know about you? Good defender, bureaucrat, confident commander. Yes, there isn't really much to say about you, is there? Not really, no. Okay, well, we're going to leave those barbarians behind, and of course we're going to continue ploughing on to the next city. But most importantly, for vengeance to be, you know, falling into place for today, we're going to have to take out the guy who's kind of putting vengeance under siege. That cannot be allowed to happen. So Dionysus, of all people, is going to be taken on. This is actually as decent a force as the Pontics are going to be bringing, I would think. They've got some onagers, they've got phalanx pikemen, they've got some heavy cavalry, they've got some scythe chariots, and a decent general, to be honest. So, okay, let's see how we can deal with this guy. It's not the best army in the world, but this is the real Aaron, by the way, who's done a fair bit of work. He's a bit lazy, but to be honest, he is quite brave, even if he hasn't been given that trait. So he does get himself into the battle. Let's hit on him. Let's take him down. Into battle we go then, and there's a bit of a hill over on this side of the battlefield, so we are taking it at least right now. We'll see what they want to do. The allied reinforcements are just a bunch of randoms, actually. No, they're not going to come in. Okay, I wasn't sure if I'd pressed the button or not. But yes, in case we die, we have this random scrap of a slightly injured unit. Nonetheless, Aaron, get yourself into battle. This could be an interesting one. We do have a new unit of Cretan archers, by the way, because they were available at the in the turn. So I've gone and hired them up. Now, I'm gonna say actually, let's get myself running. I think we want to just take up this hill actually, if at all possible. So let's just run ourselves into position and make sure that they are not where they can cause us too many issues. Might want to go and head around to the onager as well, actually, potentially. So might send a hit squad out to deal with him. Maybe a rebel general and some horse archers. Yeah, the rebel generals and the horse archers. That will be able to do the work, I would say. Yeah, we'll hold on to the other guys. You get yourselves over there. You don't need to run, just to get yourself in position. That would be marvellous work. Right, everyone seems to be in a good place now. Let's see what they are going to do as, yeah, our hoplites get themselves back into phalanx. And now we're in a much, much better position. And the Cretan archers are getting to work. Plenty of missiles flying down. There is a bunch of trees, but I don't think they make much difference in Rome. I'm not sure that's really actually modelled. I think the arrows just go straight on through. So, okay, they are just reorganising. They're getting absolutely drowned by the Cretans, which is lovely. One of the two guys is in range. This guy must be getting closer, to be fair, so I won't bother moving him. Though I could actually potentially get him over here. We'll hold back for the time being and just let him get into position. I will say, they're sending chariots over to this flank. Now I'll try to cover it. It's okay if they want to do that. I'm just going to send the horse archers over to cause them some annoyance. Yeah, that'll be fine. And if that's going to distract them, it's absolutely fine by me. Now, I have myself, yeah, plenty of advantages here. Quite happy just to let them stand around and get shot for a bit, actually. If they can be whittled down a bit, we'll be in a much better position. In fact, Cretian's starting with the general. He could be quite annoying, potentially. Let's just make sure he is not an issue. It seems like they're mostly in position now. They might be choosing to move forward just a little bit. Looks like we've killed a couple horses. Yeah, they're starting to get their hit points whittled down now. And actually, most of them are starting to hide, which is of interest. Okay, they were hiding. Some cavalry over there. Some nations are going to intercept us. That is of interest. You guys pull yourself back, but we'll continue to shoot those scythe chariots with the horse archers. Interesting forest work here, lads. Well, I guess I am the attacker. Maybe I do need to make a bit of a move here. Okay, it's fine. We'll go and do that. Bring the chariots over to here. We're going to cause some silliness, I would say. In fact, come all the way round, guys. Don't plough through my lines. That's probably going to be the much more sensible thing. Okay, we'll send these guys and we'll send some of these cav to kind of mop that up. That will be magnificent. Yeah, those onagers, unfortunately, are being well protected by a very, very long line. We're just going to start shuffling ourselves around here just to get a little bit of a better position. Might just be able to land some hits where I want them, actually. Oh, the Christians are just out. They've done so much damage to this general as well. He's saying forward, which is of interest to me. Okay, so my chariots and the Greek cav have ploughed into these guys, which is good because apparently they've managed to rout them, which is impressive for Greek cav, even if there is a chariot there helping them out. Very nice. So this flank is opened up quite significantly now. That should give me the chance to, I would say, yeah, start twisting this around a little bit. You guys, get on top of him. That's a-okay. Those Eastern Infantry. Actually, no, you come down to the onagers straight away. I want them gone. If you can cause some chaos for these guys as you go, shred a few legs. Oh, that's absolutely lovely. I quite like that. Okay, let's start getting people down onto this side. Looks like they're going to come on in potentially to these guys. I've got to keep an eye on that part of the battlefield. Okay. Looks like the onagers are... Oh, their chariots are coming in. Our chariots are going to die very much in a moment here. It's fine. They've done their job. They've ripped up one flank. They've caused the onagers to be a non-event in this battle. So I'm quite happy with that. Their chariots, though, can still cause our Greek cav a lot of issues, and the Greek cav just need to stay out of it. So at this point, yeah, I'm going to say, let's go and grab this main army. Not those guys, no. Let's grab the main army. Minus you... Oh, they're all getting in the way now. We're going to give it a twist like this. I'm going to say get moving a bit quicker, actually, lads. I kind of want to see this, yeah, turn around. Right, you, get yourselves over here. Get some javelins into the general. I'd quite like him dead. And you, give yourself a war cry. And turn into that position. That would be good. Oh, they're... Well, the Greek cav are dead. Okay, that's absolutely a-okay. Get the general to come over here. Grab these archers and tell them just to start shooting at those guys because they are otherwise completely doomed. Excellent stuff. So that's nice, isn't it? How is the rest of this actually going? Is there an accidental battle finally happening? There might be, you know. When I say go and hit those Pontic light cavalry now, this battle's a bit chaotic. I kind of like it though. It's always fun that way, so that works for me. The onagers are under attack. They're running amok. Good work, archers. I'm glad that you are doing your job. Peltas can be shot instead. They're going to leave the battlefield. They're pretty close to leaving the battlefield, but I do need to keep a little bit of an eye on them. Okay, these guys are coming forward. I'm going to say these infantry can just start moving, and I'm going to start telling these guys to get themselves down this hill. Unfortunately, it looks like these guys been somewhat... Well, I think this rebel general's kind of caught this set of units a little bit. Kind of get out of there, the guy. Although they've done it, they've done the job anyway. Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone involved. Yeah, let's just try and mop this up. The infantry are coming in now anyway. We have some peltasts. Start throwing things in, lads. I don't know where anyone is. You guys war cry. You get in there. You're archers. You're archers without any missiles. You're also archers without any missiles, which is mildly irritating. But it looks like the job's largely being done here. I mean, the units on this flank you ploughed forward got themselves in trouble. Also, this guy won't quite leave. Won't quite leave. I'm going to tell these guys and the general to really just run themselves over there for the time. In fact, Mr. General, I think you've got work to do. You head forward, you smash into everyone, it'll be okay. And I'm going to say archers over here. Can you just shoot them down? I just want them dead. I think you just need to kill them, actually, because they're for some reason still running this direction and I want them gone. I think they're pretty much all fleeing at this point, by the way. I don't really know what's happening. It's been an interesting one. I think on the whole... Oh yes, I have reinforcements, Thomas, don't I? Oh, that's perfect. You guys get on top. This is actually my original unit. Did the general get away? I haven't actually been paying attention. Yes, it looks like he's going to get away, but he's all the way over there. So that's absolutely fine. Okay, all of you into this guy. You hit the Sarmatian mercenaries, because I could do with them being gone. They're pretty quick, so we can get on top of them now. That'll be perfect. And as for these guys, have they been shot down? They have indeed been shot down. Mr. General, are you going to kill yourself by accident? No, I think you're going to be fine. Probably. Mostly fine. That is... yeah, that'll have to do, I guess. So yeah, we're going to get on top of most of these guys. Some of the peltists are going to get away. But to be frank, there's not an awful lot left of them at this stage of battle. So I think, yeah, we can start swinging around into these hoplites carefully and see if we can just rout them. That'll be lovely. You are horse archers, so please do some horse archery. But it looks like at this point, yeah, even if the hoplites are going to poke a couple of us, we will essentially chop them down. Okay, absolute mess of a battle. This is kind of what Pontic battles with these units looks like. They have a lot of like cavalry guys. Are they getting killed as they run through us? I don't think so, but they were certainly getting caught. It would be nice if we wouldn't just let them, you know, run straight to our city, because right now they are running straight towards our city. If you would like to stop him, lads, that would be magnificent, but apparently they don't care. So that's absolutely fine. We'll do our best to mop them up, but it's a pretty darn good victory overall. As is ridiculously predictable, the general, the Scythe Chariot, took ages to die and was all the way over here. But hey ho, I think we finally got like the last few units at this point. They're just a bit split up and so causing us a few issues. These guys didn't want to flee towards the city this time. We didn't want to go and kill him because presumably there's like one somewhere. I don't quite know. Yes, there's someone stuck who's not carrying the flag. There we go. Victory. Aaron has never been our most efficient general, but he does get the job done. And with that then the general gets away, but that is about it. Could you get after him, sir? Yeah, we'll send you after him. What else has he got? He's got a few units actually. So you could be in trouble if I'm not sensible about that. I could be very unsensible about it though. That would be quite amusing. We don't have money for you, which suggests to me we should maybe just like cancel a chariot somewhere. Yes, cancel a chariot, hire up a random dude, and with the random dude we can possibly just, you know, not die. That's fine. Nicomedia can get itself a new unit anyway. We'll send the cav to come help you. You'll probably be able to do that, and if you can't, too bad, you failed your old interview. Right, very nice stuff. Things are coming together beautifully. As we finish up for the day then, I'm just trying to see if any of these guys want to turn out to be a good old Bagabusha who we could lead towards great victory, but sadly doesn't seem like any of them want to be. So you, sir, no. Okay, no one is doing that today. Spartacus the Cold-Hearted is heading up north with his army. He's gained himself a little bit of extra swords on those lads though, which is pretty nice to see. And, okay, yes, we've also got Desikenthos over here heading towards Tarsus. We're ready to take them down with what is a pretty darn nice set of units as well. Of course, Ahmose the Great moving in over there. We have Aaron standing over here with good old Captain Tiernes ready to die pretty darn soon. as back in Tomzantium we have actually built ourselves a new governor's palace. Oh, isn't that just beautiful? We could indeed go head into there at some point. We might go see that when some of the building projects are more complete. Up in the north, we are gradually getting these spies up towards Hyperborea. We will make that work before long. Since when were we under siege? I didn't realise that it was even happening. They haven't done anything yet. We'll just let that one happen. That one could be good fun. So next time, we have a few things to head into. We have Iberia to continue smashing up. We'll let Mr. Lol over here go and take care of Carthago Nova because I find that one amusing. And yes, we are indeed trying to finish all of this. Lemon Town also under siege. That one should be simple enough. So over in Castlevania, we're just waiting for, yeah, a few reinforcements just to give us a little bit more legs for the battle. Don't really have any missile troops over there. Bit of a shame. I could do with something, but I don't have an awful lot of options, to be honest. No elephants, sadly, which is a bit of a shame as well. I'd quite like some of those. In terms of missiles, though, we are, at the very least, going to be able to get lots and lots of archers down in this part of the world, although we're currently just focusing on the chariots. Nonetheless, we can send some horse archers over to that part of the world, which might well be what we do next time. But indeed, next time, we will try and finish off the Pontic menace and gain our true vengeance, which will be absolutely magnificent. The Seleucids will finally go down. We're going to take the fight back to the Persians and see if Bagabusha can ever actually re-emerge. We need the grandchild to take the city for good. As for the rest of it, well, we'll see how all of that goes. It should be the end of Numidia as well. So with that, yes, that should be these three factions going next time. But for now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas, this is the Human, and this has been a Nerfed Rebels campaign here on Rome Total War. Thank you, and tally ho. They're all queuing up to fight them. These are truly the British rebels right here. War cry and charge at the dogs of war. Oh, they're routing again. What are you doing, my silly trumpets? They're actually taking on my reinforcements. Welcome to the Rebel Experience, ladies and gents.